Can you hear me now? How's Can you hear something now? Enter the studio. Now we have the feedback. Hello. Can you guys hear me now? I'm going to keep trying this. I don't know what's going on. Yes, you can hear me now, and my camera's okay. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness. I've never had that problem. I did it. You just kind of have to stick with it. That was horrible. Anyway, so Jay had messaged me and said, "Hey, are you going to go live?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm so tired." I did the Weekender this weekend, and I thought that's what we would talk about and kind of look at. So I'm glad you can hear me now. Jay kind of alluded to it in his um, opening of his live that he had never done the Weekender before. He was looking at doing it, and then he realized how much homework there is. So there is a ton of homework that you do in advance. It's called the Weekender, but I mean the week leading up to it, or even before that, when you get your kit, um, you've got a lot of work to do to prepare in advance. And then you have all of these videos that you walk along. Trisha Hill said, yay, she participated in the Weekender as well. It was a total blast. Um, the problem for us, and I say us, Mina Crafts, Daria, and myself, is our time zone made it so that we didn't get started until 9 p.m. on Friday evening. And so then it ran really late. And then it ran all day on Saturday from noon until I don't know how, and it was so late. She and I both gave up. This is just interesting. We both gave up before we even got to Jennifer McGuire because we were so tired from the 2 days and then leading up to it and everything. But I did get um, all but I think 3 of the cards that are in this book done, and I'm going to show you. Yeah, you were late. It was late for you too, Trisha. Yeah, it was a challenge. And with the kids and everything that I do, I was just worn out. But it was a total blast. I got all but 3 of the cards that are in this book. Now, they also gave you additional cards. I did watch Jennifer the next morning, still haven't made her cards yet. May make, if I'm able, I don't think I'm going to go live tomorrow because my son-in-law's having surgery. I need to let Daria know this because we talked about making what we didn't finish on tomorrow's. And I'm going to maybe make one tonight. But I did watch Jennifer, and she did several very fun cards. Can't wait to make them. And they're really cool. And so it'll be fun to make those. So I'm going to just kind of show you what I made, and we'll go from there. So I'm just going to minimize one of these screens. Let's do this. And just kind of show you now. You got these inks in here. These are the Hero Hues, and you got Taffy, Lemon Drop, Blue Hawaii, and Key Lime. You got those inks. And I did an unboxing. Jay said he'd seen Yana's, but you also got this Blue Plus Shimmer, and you used a lot of it. And the one that I think we'll make tonight, we'll probably use some of this. And then you got, I finally wound up putting all of my stuff in this little thing so I could just kind of tote it around and show. But there was just lots of fun stuff in it. I did an unboxing, which you can check out if you want to see everything. But I thought we'd just kind of scroll through some of the cards that I did get made, and then we'll try to maybe make at least 1 or 2 cards that I think could be quick that we could make this evening and wouldn't be too tiring. Anywho, so I'm just going to start, and I'll talk about the instructors too and kind of the speed of it. So trying to think what was first. Yeah, I think we did this one first right here. And so let me see. I don't know if we did or not. I'm trying to find them in the order that I did them, but I don't think so. No. Yeah, I think we did. I think we started with, we started with Shannon, and we did this one. And so this one, you actually use the blue shimmer on. Do I have it? Oh my goodness. One of my cards was, oh, there it is, maybe. Yeah, this one. And so you use the blue shimmer on just regular white or whatever. And then I didn't put this on a card base because I was just like making them, as we were going and everything. And so this is just a real simple one, really fun. I got the another little mouth assembled here with the little lips on it. And I've got the lips popped up to have dimension, so super cute. So that's ready to lay. I have several other pieces. So yeah, the chow was first, and we did several with this. So this was one that I made. Like I said, I didn't put it on the card base. And then the next one that we did was this one, and Shannon did this. Now I found Shannon's pace to be very doable. I thought she was very doable, and I enjoyed. I'm gonna talk to you about the instructors because I think it was interesting as I went along how it felt. Hey, Linda, welcome. But we made this escape from the ordinary and used the die set for it. That die set is a huge one. This thing is just huge. There's just tons of stuff. It is called um, Beyond the Door. And I think most of these will probably be released upcoming. So, because for instance, I bought the kit and then was sent some of the products that you guys saw that I sent Jay. So I had dupes. I sent him the ones that I purchased in the kit, and then I kept the ones that come on the, they don't have packaging. So I sent him the ones with packaging and kept the ones that Spellbinders actually sent. But so that was the second one. But I really enjoyed Shannon. I don't know if you say it Shannon or Channon. It's CH, but I think it's Shannon. But anywho, I liked her style of presentation and her speed. It was just the right flow for me. And then we did, Yana came on, and she's always great. That was fantastic. And we did some more of the chows. Now I ventured off and decided that I would put an orange panel around here. Now they gave you, just so you know, they gave you half sheets of the color wheel cardstock to use with this. And some of the sheets you got 2 panels of, and some you just got 1 of, depending on what they chose. Now there was a discussion that there wasn't enough beeswax for people. They felt like they didn't have enough, but you could use a different yellow. And there were different variations of yellow that were available. I had some beeswax, so I was able to just integrate that in there. But anywho, but this is the size, and they gave you several. You got lots of fun things. But I went ahead and took the orange and just added around there. I thought it would be a nice border. And she's got the beauty mark on that side of the face, and I put it on this side of the face because I actually have a beauty mark right there on that side of my face. But anyway, so it was fun, and Yana was fun, and then this one was super fun that she did. We did it on the lighter blue with all of the lips, and we had all of these lips, and we had to pop up all of these for the dimension, which you didn't have to. You could make it however you wanted to. And I think she put a little bit more dimension on there than I did. Hey, Kelly. Um, anyway, but so it was a really, really long, busy weekend. Very Mediterranean, Jay. Super, super fun. But I mean, just incredibly worn out from it. And then this evening or this afternoon, as soon as everybody left, I have some design team commitments that I had to get done. And so I had my nose to the grindstone and just exhausted from that. Anyway, so that was super fun. And then we had Kathy. Now, Kathy's pace was a little bit slower than what I normally go, because she did quite a bit of talking and entertaining, and was very entertaining and fun. But this is the card that I made like hers, and it is very, very similar. I think my inking was a little heavier handed than hers was, but that was really fun and pretty to do. Yeah, I think they're having 24. I think they are having like a couple different times a year. I'm not sure. So that was one of them that Kathy CZ did. And then she did another one where she just used a single orange, and I kind of modified it. She left it on the white, and then I brought in, because we used the pink Hello Sunshine, I went ahead and brought a panel in like that to just change it up a little bit. So I know I said, her pace was a little bit slower, and I said I did all but 3 of the cards that were in here, and then I didn't do the add-ons, which I'll get to. But during her session, like I said, she was chatty enough that I actually went ahead and made another card, and she kept talking about how, oh, it'd be fun to make this a lime. So I went ahead while she was chatting, because I was, I'm the speedy crafter, and I went ahead and I had made a, when I did this, I think I did it on a extra long sheet. And so when I cut it down, I had a strip. So it was already laying there. So I went ahead and made this while she was chatting and everybody was kind of catching up and everything. So that was super fun. So that was CZ. And then each designer showed you some additional things that you could do. Now, JC Gasper, and I don't know if you guys follow him. I need to follow his channel. This was the most relaxing card session that we had. I really enjoyed, and I think it's because we were so busy and everything. But when he came, what was funny was Daria and I were both about ready to say, "Oh, okay, let's quit for the night," because we were so exhausted. And then he came on, and we were like, "Oh, it was really relaxing." His voice, his demeanor was just so peaceful, and it was very calming. So it was just what we needed at that time. I will tell you, they built in half an hour breaks is all you had. And so you basically had enough time to run to the restroom, get something to eat, and then get back at it and kind of clean up your space or whatever. Now, this one, he got a lot more of the stencil on there than what I did. It was supposed to be really messy and watercolory, and we used this stencil here, which is a 3-layer stencil that is Villa tiles. And mine was, I got a lot more water on there. We were using the, I just filled that thing up because I ran it out. We were using the Spellbinders Mister, and I think I was just heavy-handed on the water. And so I didn't get as much as my stenciled pattern on there as what he did in his picture. But it was supposed to be messy anyway. So what this is, Jay, is these are rub-ons. All of these, we had to cut for this. We just needed to have a watercolored panel, and we had to have 4, I think they're 1 3/4 inch squares, and then we rubbed on. So let me show you that. That stuff was beautiful. And I don't know if everybody's, real interested in this, but and hopefully we've got 20 people, so hopefully, anywho, so you had these what are they called? What's the name of them? I think I'm covering it up. You had these rub-ons that are the Ciao Bella rub-ons. And so what we did was we had 4 of those, and we cut them into the squares, and then we laid them on there. And then we also had these, which we just brought in some of the white cardstock, that Spellbinders, and we rubbed them on, and then we fussy cut them out. And this cinnamon was part of it. But we have several of these left that we can work with that are just lovely. And they gave away some prizes as well. And you could get, I think, some more of the rub-ons with some prizes. You could buy some, and then oh, thanks, Lala. She said, please don't forget to hit the like button. But I think they ran out during the thing because they did offer some a code for free shipping that you could, and so we all, ordered stuff, and you get the stick, and these are all the sentiments. So this was super fun, and that is how that card was created. Super, super fun. I love it. I can't wait to work with this little motorbike, and just gorgeous fun. Fun, fun, fun. And the other thing was too, and I know you guys know I get a lot of products and stuff from Spellbinders that do a lot. It was nice to just be taught, and just follow along with them, and to kind of take a step back. Now, this was the other one that JC did, and we basically took the beeswax cardstock, and we took the blue Hawaii ink, and we just did multiple pressings. I mean, multiple, with the 3D embossing die. So we inked it up, we'd press, ink it up, press, ink it up, press. And that's how we got, such rich color within here. And I kind of changed my banner up a little bit, but that was super fun. The book, I think the book's color's a little off. And everybody kind of had, some of the chat was saying, I'm getting some blue on my lemons. And he said, you will. He said, it's fine. But that was super fun. And it's going to be fun to try some of these. Anne is asking about my mister. So let's see what your mister, does it pump up pressure before spraying? It does. I don't know if I can, let me see if I can get a dark colored piece of paper here. And I don't have my lighting that bright because I'm kind of, but see, I had to squeeze it once. For one thing, I just filled it and it was empty. But I just squeezed it once and then it comes out. And it is a continuous spray until it runs out. So that's how it works. I don't know if yours works that way or what. I don't know if I got everything wet in here, but anyway, but it is a continuous spray and you just give it a pump and then it just out after it is how it works. But I love it. I've used it. Now, some people, this has water. I might get a second one for alcohol. I have another little tiny sprayer, but it would be nice to have one for alcohol as well. So that's a nice little feature. But anywho, so made that super, super fun. Made this card, and Suzanne was super sweet and very relaxing and made that card as well. And she had a good flow to where you could stay up with her. And this was one I didn't get finished, ran out of time, didn't get my cinnamon on there and that. I think this might have been, let me look. Yeah, we were nearing exhaustion at this point, I think. And so, but I did get the ship put together. Just need to add the cinnamon and some embellishments. There were embellishments included as well. So that was super fun. And then her next one is when I just, for one thing, I got a lot of it done. And then I realized I put it on a regular panel and it needed to be on this pop-up panel. And I was just getting tired. So I didn't add the red flowers to it. And I was going to cut it off of this and put it, I actually scored this and I was supposed to bring another panel in and put it on there, but I forgot to do that and I glued it right on this. So I'm going to have to cut this off and put it on this easel card base is what I'll have to do. So let's see, totally drooling over that cruise ship. Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, it's awesome. So I'll show you. And I must have skipped one. I think they had, let me look here. Yeah. Now this is Jennifer's, and I'll just bypass them. Kim did some, and she was very fast paced. You had to hustle to keep up with her, but this is the one I did with her that she did. I think we did this we might have done this toward the beginning. I don't know, but it's super fun. So I've got it here. And again, I didn't get it on a card base because I was just putting everything together. But you've got the layers, and we used the stencil on this, and we used the blue shimmer. Okay, then you know it works as it should, and yes, yeah. So that was Friday night, Melissa. So Melissa probably realizes how it was just getting late, and so that is basically as far as I got. And then I need to finish this one. I need to add the sentiment to this one. And then I haven't done Jennifer's cards, which I'll wait and show you because I'm going to do them on another video. But I thought for tonight, because these looked simple enough, I thought we could work on, I haven't even opened this die set because I just was at the point of exhaustion. So this one isn't even opened. And you've got the sun and the little face and stuff for it. And I thought and Jennifer did some really fun stuff with that. So that'll be fun. This one is one of her cards. This is a more simpler one, the simplest one she did. And then she really stepped it up in some add-on ones. Melissa, did you get those made? Anyway, so I thought this one would be super, super easy. So I've got the Cosmic Sky paper here. And I thought we could just make this one tonight and see how we go. And if we have time, we might make that one too, just for fun. So if you guys are on board, we'll just get going. So anyhow, that was a lot of talking, but I just kind of wanted to kind of give you a feel for it. It was super, super fun. And but it did take a lot of prep and a lot of time. So, and honestly, your eyes got tired after a while. Now, this base that she's got on here is only 3.5 by 5.5. So she's made this narrow so that the sun can hang over it. It's actually 3.5 by 5.25. So I'm just going to cut it down to 5 and a. Wait a minute, I want to go 3.5. This is what I want to do. Let me look. See, I'm tired. I can't even think. Anywho, so I'm going to cut that down, and then we'll cut this down to 5 1/4. And that was the panel. And Jennifer said she did that. And like I said, I watched her Sunday morning. Does Kim's it's easier than yes, do Kim's it's easier than the one that's interactive. Yeah. Yeah, Kim's is this one? Oh, yeah. Oh, but this one's fun. You're right. I probably should do Kim's. I don't know though. I think I want to do this. I forgot about that interactive portion. I think it could be really fun. Maybe we should go ahead and do this one. So anyway, we've got this card base. I cut out my circles for it, but we'll do that. I think it'll be fun. Card panel, I should say. And I've got a card base here somewhere, I think. I thought I got one ready so I could use it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it was super, super fun. My daughter had gifted me the Weekender kit, so that was nice. Yeah, I went ahead and stamped my thing on there, but she had gifted me that. Anyway, before we do that, we need to spray this thing. So what I'm going to do is just bring in that panel, and that one's too wet. I'm going to get something else. And Jennifer showed you all different kinds of ways to use this spritzer. You know that if you spritzed it all the way down, you'd get a bigger. You know, she did all the tips and everything. I think what she ultimately wound up using on this one was just where you just take it and use your finger to kind of add some shimmer. I don't know if I'm getting any. There we go. We're getting some. But you can spritz it. Spritzing definitely is quicker. But I'm going to get this done, and then we'll do our die cutting while this kind of dries a little bit. And if we have to, we can heat it. But this puts just a real pretty shimmer on there. And I don't think you'll be able to see it until it dries. So I'm just going to get several spots down on here. Anyway, so that's that. So let's just lay that aside and we'll start doing our die cutting. And I did lay somewhere in the midst of all of this. We have like 3 different colors of yellow that we can use. So let's just see. She probably listed what she used. I don't know. Lay carrot, sunbeam. I don't know. I'm just going to pick 3. I don't really care. I'll do this one, and this one, I think is what I'm going to do. Anyhow, so we're going to die cut that out and do this. Now this, Melissa was right. This isn't an interactive, and I forgot because like I said, I just watched it Sunday morning just to kind of see what she was doing, and I didn't have a chance to work with it. So it may be, I might be biting off more than I can chew. Melissa says it does dry fast. Linda says her brain is scheming on how to make these. Oh, I know you're going to have that cricket burning up, aren't you? Anyway, so I need to get a nested die. So I'm digging for what I need. I should have prepared in advance, but I really wasn't thinking I would go live because I was so tired. But then I thought, oh, I could just show you guys this stuff. But then I thought, oh, I have to make a card. I can't not make a card. Where are my circles? Flowers. Oh, I got them in here somewhere if I can find them. Just give me a minute. Where are they? I probably got them out somewhere and I don't know it. Ovals. Oh my goodness. Hold the phone. We're going to get there eventually. I have multiples and I can't find any of them. That's crazy. Oh. And I don't have a hole punch. Probably in the chat they're saying, get a hole punch, get a hole punch. I don't have a hole punch. Well, good heavens to Murgatroyd. I can't even find my cat scrappiness ones. All right, well, let's just start by cutting out some other stuff and we'll go from there. I know I have a circle die somewhere. All right, so let's go ahead and do this in the essence of time. I think we're going to use our lightest color. There it is, on our face. And we'll get our face die cut out. Maybe we'll make this card without the interactive portion if I can't find. I do have a foam square, but I don't know. We'll see. What's everybody saying? Let's see. You don't mind? It takes real life crafting. You tossed me one with your transporter. I know. I have them, and I just don't know where they are. They're probably like, if it was a snake, it would bite me. They're probably somewhere nearby, and I just don't know. I'm just cutting this down. And I'm just going to, since I'm using my scout, I'm just going to do, I think I can do the sun on here. I'm not sure. I think it's big enough that I can do it on here. But anywho, so we'll get this die cut out, see what we can do. My craft room is not even clean yet from this whole weekend, and I'm kind of getting a little bit, my throat's getting a little bit scratchy too, so who knows. I think I did myself in. Anyway, you've got a big magnet board, so I've thought about that for my nesting dies because I'm constantly, I'm going to bring in my big spellbinders for this because I'm afraid it's too big. I'm constantly, with my nesting dies digging, because I have so many, I'm trying to find them. And so I've thought about doing a big board with all my nesting die, because you've just got those go-to ones that you always use. And so I need to do that. Okay, where is my plate? While I'm over here, do I see if I need this thing? No, I don't. Okay. All right. I have all kinds of circle dies, and I can't find any of them. Anyway, so this piece would be, and this is Spellbinders cardstock, so it is good and heavy. I think this piece would go like this, and this would be the one I think that you would actually put your circle through, if I could find it. So here we go, just cutting them down. Probably should just do that. I think I wound up ordering some cardstock because they did offer the free shipping to us. And I thought I wanted to get some more of the new color wheel stuff. And so I did go ahead and order some of that. They had the apron on. They had the clearance. They had the Spellbinders apron for $5.50, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun to have. So I went ahead and picked that up too. I'm not sure what else I got. It seemed like there was something else I got too, but was able to. I actually used my rewards money. I got my club discount. I got the free shipping, and so it was really very cost effective. So I was glad to be able to do that. So that was nice. Now we have some pieces parts here. This black piece, or this piece here, I'm going to cut out in black. This actually will cover the eyes and the nose and the mouth so that you'll have black on there. Right now I've got all my pieces parts in there, but I'll grab a piece of black and die cut that out. I just need to grab one. Do I have any blue mark in here with the cardstock? I've got these stacks things, and I put, this is the vellum that came in with it, which is the other card that Kim did that I should have listened to Melissa and made it. But maybe we'll make two. But I think there's some black in here. I just kept throwing all the scraps of stuff inside of this as we were going to try and keep myself organized. So we have the black for that. And then we have, these are the eyes, and I think we need white for that. I think I got a white panel here. Yeah, we just need a tiny smidge of it. And I could be using the Scout for this, but we got the big one in here now, so we'll use it. And then I had a tiny little piece of pink left in here. I think I could use it. Maybe. Is that big enough? No. Okay. I'm going to use the pink for the cheeks and the lips for the sun. So we'll get these die cut out. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, the colors, oh, the colors are lovely. And one thing I noticed that Jennifer, and I love Spellbinders cardstock, and I know it is, it's pricey and everything, but it is what I prefer to use, and it's what I use. But Jennifer said, can we just take a moment and just pet this cardstock because it's so super smooth, and it is. It's really good, really nice cardstock. So, but it does come at a premium. So anyway, so we got that. Try not to lose my stuff. I probably should have just die cut 2 of everything since we're gonna do that other card, but I don't know if we're gonna get around to it or not. Because I'm poking around tonight, and especially if we're able to do that interactive portion. There's my eyes. And then these 2 little lips are just so teeny tiny. I mean, this magic mat is just terrible, but they're just teeny tiny little pieces. So I want to not lose them. Hopefully the lighting is still good. I'm using daylight, and hopefully that is still good on my desktop there. I'm going to kind of wash myself out by moving that curtain, but maybe that'll give you more light so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's see. We will go ahead and work on this face for a minute. And well, I think about, where are those eyes? I don't know where they are. So what I'm doing is just popping out the eyes and the mouth, and then you've got this embossed detail. Can you see that? Yeah, the circles where the cheeks go. And so they made this super simple. So this piece will just go over the eyes. And she doubled that up. And I don't know exactly why she did do that, but she did double it up when she did it. I don't think you necessarily have to. I guess it just made it more firm, is what she did. But so we could do that, I guess, if you don't mind me die cutting more. But anywho, so we'll get our glue in, and I'm going to be real careful to kind of just put it around here. That way it doesn't get in my eyes area, so that I won't have a gluey mess on my eyes. Put this back in there. And we'll get this laid down on there. Yeah, I think I am going to do that. And we can use just anything for that. What do I do with that die cutting sheet there? Okay. All right. So get this out of the way so I don't lose it. And then we'll just do another face. And we'll have it. And I think it's just the support, because she did make a, made it kind of an interactive card. What's Melissa saying? Yeah, the interactive circles go on the back. Yeah, I think it just firms it up. Because, I mean, you could still attach those interactive circles to that, but I think it just gives it an extra layer of you know, being solid. I didn't die cut that very well, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be on the back. Okay. So, Melissa, did you say that you did make this card already? I don't know that I saw it, whether it might have passed by quicker than and I'm not going to worry about taking those eyes and that stuff out because it's going to be on the back of it. I don't think it'll matter. And we'll just glue it down. You did, okay. The other thing was they had a private, doesn't matter if it's straight or not. They had a private Facebook group, so you could post pictures in there and they'd have information and stuff. So that was kind of fun too. Everybody was kind of sharing what they were making and stuff. So that was fun. And you could see inspiration. And some people did go off the rails with their stuff and made it, completely their own, which is fun. And I'd made some small changes to mine, but kind of tried to follow, what the inspiration was that they gave you. I sometimes used a different sentiment than they did or whatever. So I'm just getting my cheeks laid down on here. And then there's a good little embossed detail that shows you where your bottom lip goes and where your top lip goes. And I mean, you could put blue behind the eyes and stick a little red on there if you wanted it to look like your tongue or something like that. You could do it however you wanted to. But super fun. Like I said, it was my first time doing it, and it was a good experience. It was fun, but there was a lot. It was a lot of work, and I didn't have a lot of time to work on stuff for my channel because I was just working on getting ready for it. But my daughter, I think I said that, she gifted me that weekender for Mother's Day, and because she said, "What do you want?" And I said, "Oh, I want this." Well, anywho, so that's our little sun guy. So let's see. What's everybody? You love the sun. Dawn loves the sun too. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. So I think it's fun. Okay. If you'll bear with me, I would like to find a circled eye of some sort. I know I have something. So give me just a minute and I'll find something. Why I can't find them is the deal on me, but there has got to be something in here that has a little tiny circle. I wonder where those eyes are. Holy moly. And I've got the dies too. I'm telling you. I just don't know. They've evidently been put in the wrong place. That might be too big. All right. This is bigger than what we need. But we are going to go with it because all we need is for it to be small enough for this to cover it. So we're going to go with that. And first I'm just going to die cut out a whole bunch of circles like this and we'll get them going here. So bear with me. This is going to take a minute. It'd be nice if I had a couple of dies that were the same and then I could just run them together, but we'll get it done. And I think Jennifer did 8 of them. I think that's what she said. She did 8. And so we're just going to get them going, and then and this is a much bigger circle than she used. I think she said a 1 inch or a ½ inch or something. Maybe it was a ½ inch and maybe this is a 1 inch. I don't know. But anything that's smaller than the face of the circle, I think will work just fine. And she talked about you could use a button because you just need some dimension there. And I probably had a button somewhere that I could use. I didn't think about that. So there's 3. We'll just keep going. I know this is a little monotonous. Had I thought about it, I would have planned ahead, but I actually was busy working. Cat Scrappiness is going to have a new release this weekend. Oh, I messed that one up, but I think it'll still work. Is going to have a new release this weekend. We're going to have a hop. And so I was actually working on my introduction video for the new product and my hop video this afternoon. And so I thought, I don't know if I have time to go live or not, but I hate to miss it. And I think I missed it last week. So yeah, you know what? I need to get some punches, Dawn. I see that's why you like your punches. There's lots of times that I think, oh, I just wish I had a punch. So I need to I need a punch. It'd be nice to have a couple of sizes, I think, especially when you think about Kinder's Card Challenges and how let's see, Melissa's saying, what was your weekend? Oh, she's saying she's trying to remember what last year's was. But anyway, for Kinder's Card Challenge, she uses a lot of circles, so it would be nice to have a punch that you could just, May uses a punch all the time and just punches them out. And that's just so quick. I know that, there's a storage issue with punches because they're kind of bulky and big and everything, but I think I could use a couple of them. So that would be nice. You're a champ. Let's see. I admire that you could die cut anything today. I know. Believe me, my eyes are like, do you really? That's why I was like, I don't know, man. But it is an event, that's for sure. It was fun. And what was so funny, and I didn't mention this, hopefully I have 8 of these out. I think I do. When Daria and I, after the first night, decided that we were going to call it quits, and we're chatting as we're working, she and I were talking about this, and she's like, I don't think I can make it. And I'm saying, I don't think I can either. And we finally, on Friday night, decided to quit. And I thought, well, I'm so tired, but I'll go lay down on the couch and I'll just try to listen. And I was half listening, half passed out. And Daria won. Oh yeah, I gotta cut that orange one while I'm at it. Daria won. And so I'm texting her, and I know that she's about to go to sleep because we'd already said that we were in our pajamas and we were just gonna crash. And I said, oh my gosh, you won. And she's like, do you know what I won? I said, I think, but I'm not sure. But I think she won. At least some of what she won was, and I'm trying to get that kind of centered in there. Just trying to get that centered as much as you can. I don't know if that's perfect or not, but I think she won the vellum pack and maybe some rub-on transfers, but I'm not completely sure because I didn't go back and watch. Maybe she did, but they did say while I was listening that she needed to send an email to Team Spellbinders or something, and I texted her and said, this is what you need to do. But anyway, so I said, you're lucky. I said, you booger, you won. And here we were giving up for the night. But they had like little fun questions that they asked you, and then they picked the winners from that. So there, we've got it. We've got that circle in there. So basically what we're going to do is, and I'll watch the chat because Melissa, she left. She's going to be right back. I thought Melissa might have to tell me what I'm doing since, let's see, you used your half circle punch, then used a small flower from the lemon die set to center out the sun rays and trim. Yeah, because what you have to do here, and I'm going to show you because this is what, this is kind of a big one, is Jennifer used the 1/2 inch, and then she took, because this is the exact same size as this, you got to waller this out a little bit. So Jennifer took a pin and wallered hers out. I'm using this because this is bigger than any pin that I have. And you kind of have to waller this out so that you'll have room for this to move around. She had a 1/2 inch circle and she had a big thick pin that she just kind of rubbed around in here. Now I think what Trisha's leaning toward is she had a small flower that was bigger than her circle punch, and so she didn't have to do this wallering. But Jennifer did show this where you kind of waller that out. I think that'll work, but right now we've got to get these assembled. This is going to come together quick, and I'd wager to say this is going to be the only card we get done tonight, but that's okay. I've got this half one, and it's going to be all right because we're going to be, they're going to be stacked so much it's not going to matter. But what you're doing is you're just creating a good amount of dimension. You're creating, hey, Melissa, welcome back. Oh, welcome back, Lala. She had to do some mommy errands. Yeah, I know how that goes. Anyway, Jay, you said you hope the surgery goes well. And I said I probably wasn't going to go live. Well, I noticed on my watch while we were crafting live here that my daughter has said she definitely wants me to go with her tomorrow. So I need to let Daria know we will not be live tomorrow morning because we will be going to the hospital for this surgery. So that's what we're going to do. And hopefully it'll go well. He needs it. He has really been deteriorating since the wreck, and they had him in a neck brace for quite a while, and then they had him take that off, and then he's taken kind of a turn, and so he's got to get this neck surgery done, and they're going to do it tomorrow, and he's actually ready and excited for it because he's just been struggling so much. So anyway, so I'm getting some good dimension on there. You can see it's almost looks like a quarter. So Dawn did not do the weekender. She did, I forget what she did. She did a really fun thing recently. What was that called, Dawn, that you did where you got the kit? And oh, Lala said she hadn't gone live for 2 weeks now. Just too much stuff happening. I know. And you know, the summertime. Oh, thank you, Lala. I appreciate the prayers. In the summertime, there's just so much other stuff to do. And so I understand that. Okay, so now we've got it. We've got all that good dimension. So let's see. Is this going to work? Did I get it wallered out enough? Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's going to work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lay this down in the center. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and get it lined up. I'm going to have to smooth that down. I think I'm going to press that down a little bit because I did some pretty good wallering there. Just kind of press that down. I think Jennifer said you don't need to worry about that, but anywho, so I'm going to take this and kind of line this up here to where it's all lined up. And then we'll put our glue in here. And I'm getting a good amount of glue. And then I'm going to pop this circle down in there and make sure I'm nice and even. And then I'm just going to pull it off. And I'm going to set this heavy duty magnet on there. And so what we're going to do now, this is dry. I don't know if you can see that shimmer or not, a little bit. There's not a lot on there. I probably would have liked it more if I spritzed it. I just did the tapping. Oh yeah, Jay said he's missed her. Yeah. Anyway, so we've got that. So I need to get back to that card base and talk about what she did with that. If I can find it, I think I know somewhere. I put it somewhere. I have too much. There's like all this stuff over here that you guys cannot see. And somewhere amongst it is a card base. I think it's right here. Okay. So I'm going to go to, let's see, turn on the panel. Okay. I'm trying to get to and here, sprayed panel onto 3 3/4. So this is going to be cut down to 3 3/4 instead of our regular 4 1/4. So I'll bring in, and hopefully the lighting is still good. It's getting a little bit later here. Where is my camera? Okay. So we're cutting this base down. And why we're doing this is it's going to hang over, our card base is going to hang over the edge of our card base. And we're trimming it down so it can hang over. And we'll have that interactive. So what did I say? 3 3/4. So we'll just go there and trim it down. All right, get rid of that. And then we're going to lay this down. Oh, man. Did I just lose my stack of... Oh, where'd they go? I just lost my stack of circles. they rolled off onto the floor. Oh my goodness. I don't think I was meant to go live tonight. Oh no, I've already glued them on. Okay, I thought I dropped them. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Tomorrow you get to see your bestie. She's here from a visit from Illinois. Well, how nice. Melissa said it took her a while to clean up today. I tried to clean up a little bit, but then I had to start working with that. I didn't get it all put away, and I needed to work with the cat scrappiness new release. So anyway, so I got that. Did you guys see the video with the Will Work for Craft Supplies release from Cat Scrappiness? That was super, super fun. Very, very fun. Am I doing this right? I think I am. Anyway, so that was a super, super fun release. And then she's got another very fun release that's coming out this weekend. So there's our shimmer. Not a lot. I probably should have went a little heavier handed with that. So next we're going to do our interactive card. And basically what she did was she brought in an A2 size envelope. And I can't believe I'm remembering this because I watched it early in the morning, Sunday morning after having been up all night. And just kind of let it hang over the edge. And she cut the panel down so that you could do that and still fit that into an A2 size card base. So basically what you're going to do is you've got this dimension here that you're going to put your spinner on. And she suggests you could use a button or whatever. And so we're going to get it laid down on here. And get plenty of glue on this. Oh, and I don't want to do, I think she did the same thing. I don't want to do it on this side because it's going to hang over and I don't want it to be yucky. So there we go. What is that? I don't know. Now that's still going to fit in my envelope. So I'm still in good shape with that. And then basically you're going to bring this on and see how that's going to spin on there. Very easy. So I might do a little bit more wallering just to have a little bit. And she didn't call it wallering, but that's what I call it, where you kind of wallow this out. There we go. Yeah, now it'll really fly. Okay, and then what you want to do is just bring in your sun and glue it down on there. So I'm just going to bring my glue in, glue the whole thing. What whole thing? I didn't glue the whole thing because I had to not have glue on this part is what I was talking about. And then we're going to lay that on there and just let that thing spin. So you're not going to get any glue on that at all. And then you're going to put some glue on this and get it glued down really, really nice. Now, I forgot one thing that she did. And before I glue it down, I'm going to do that. She took a little strip and put it on the back of this for the sentiment. No, don't. Don't is, I don't know what that says. Anyway, so basically, she brought in a little strip like this and put it straight underneath the mouth like that. I can't believe I'm remembering this. Oh, brother. And then just kind of cut it. And she kind of bent it up and then she cut it again. I think mine's too long. I don't know what her measurements were. But basically, she did that for the sentiment. So we have a sentiment set that came with it. And I've not shown you guys all these, but I have a video where I did an unboxing. And she used Hello Sunshine, which is perfect for this card. And did it in white. And I've got a little strip of white here, so we'll get it laid down. I think we're going to get this done. I'm doing great remembering. That's pretty good because I was not feeling it. And I had to get up early and then go to church because then we had praise team music. And so then I didn't get back at it. Today's still Sunday. My days are all running together. It's been like a busy time, but really fun. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think probably everybody did that participated. And like I said, sometimes it's nice to just sit back and watch somebody else do it and to learn some new things. And I think I certainly did. And it was fun with a variety of instructors. Now, some of them were live and some of them were pre-recorded. Jennifer's was pre-recorded because, you may not know. I forgot to put the eyes in. Don't let me forget to do that. Jennifer's father has recently passed, and so they were kind enough to let her do it pre-recorded for that. And then somebody else, I think, had it pre-recorded. I can't remember. Oh, I think Yana's was pre-recorded because they were worried about a good signal and being able to maintain a good live for a long period of time. So they pre-recorded hers as well. But of course, they were in the chat and everything. I assume Jennifer was in the chat. I wasn't awake, but anyhow. So there we have that. So she created this so that this could float too. We actually I should have done that. We need, where did I put that? More, it needs to be thicker. It's got to be real good and thick. So I'm going to just bring in the backer of it and do some layers of that because this is too flimsy for a piece that's going to move all the time. So it's getting dark in here. I've got some yellow. I think I'll just throw some yellow on there because this is good heavy stuff. Get my plates mixed up. Yeah, she did all white. And I think I'm going to do too, just so it's extra firm. And it'll be okay. I almost forgot the whites of the eyes, so I'm glad I looked over and saw those and I didn't. So we'll get those put in there. And we'll get this assembled. So, what is my glue? I've got a pile on the floor. I need to clean up because it sounds like tomorrow's going to be a busy day. So we'll get that laid down in there. Come on. There we go. Now, isn't that cute? Now it looks complete. There we go. Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying watching at night. Roy wants to watch my. Can't wait for the beach. Going tomorrow to get rid of the beach wag. I love the card. Oh, thanks. I didn't know if you're still there or not, Kelly. So I'll have to catch up with you. I know you've called a couple times, but I've been swamped with this weekender thing and trying to get my design team stuff ready to go. I'll have to make sure I have my commitments taken care of. So I'll get with you later. So enjoy your show. Anyway, just stacking that up. And we'll stack this up. And then we'll have a good solid sentiment that will not be flimsy when we're spinning our card around. Like I said, she used all white, but I'm going to use. Oh, Team Spellbinders announced too that they are working on a pokey tool. They also had some, they also shared some product that's going to come out that they gave first dibs to the Weekender group. So that's something to keep in mind too if you consider, um, maybe next year's weekend or whatever. That and they did have a free shipping code, which that was nice too. I think what she did was she put it right on the chin, just on the bottom of the chin in that little flap there, and then just took and cut that off so that you don't see it. And it just gives it a little place to land. Now my glue's probably dried up on here since I spent time doing all that. So I'm going to have to get some more glue laid down on here, and hopefully it won't mess up my situation here. Okay, now I got to stand up. What is this? Okay. And you can see it's still going to fit in my envelope. And then you're just going to try and get that lined up on there. And now we've got that interactive feature on there. Isn't that fun? Super fun. So that was the card. That was the one of them that I didn't get to make. And I think it's super fun, little interactive card. And it'll fit right in your envelope. So there we go. So, yeah, thank you. I thought it was fun. Let's see. Oh, crop and create. That was what you did, the crop and create, and that you get to look at packages. Yes, Kelly, I will tell him good luck tomorrow. For sure. Anywho, so it is fun, and there were lots of fun things. There were several things I didn't show you. We got this little weekender collectible pin that was super cute. One more card completed. Yep, I'm one more closer. So I've got some more, but I think I've got time to work with it. There were gems in there, just lots of different things. But super fun collection, definitely worth it. It did take some time, but it was loads of fun and a lot of work. So anyway, so it's been an hour and 9 minutes. So I appreciate you guys hopping in and everything. It's been fun. And if you haven't hit that like, if you'd hit it on the way out, that would certainly be helpful. I appreciate it. And I just wish you all well. I hope that you have a great week ahead, and keep us in your thoughts and prayers tomorrow. So we'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.